Hey folks, it's Jim from the Movie Wine, and I just saw Ted, the new Seth Macfarlane comedy, which follows John, played by Mark Wahlberg, who as a child wished that his teddy bear Ted would be alive, and so the wish came true. Ted is voiced by Seth Macfarlane, and throughout John's years, Ted is his best friend until the age of 35, where he has a mediocre job, but a very attractive girlfriend, played by Mila Kunis, who wants Ted to move out and for John to grow up and mature. And for those that don't know, Seth MacFarlane was behind various shows like Family Guy, American Dad, and The Cleveland Show. And I will make an argument any day of the week that the first 3 or 4 seasons of Family Guy before its cancellation were actually pretty good and pretty funny. And then it came back, and I still think it was funny, albeit a bit stupid, but now it's gotten pretty bad. And I don't really recall the last time I watched it on a Sunday night. But I think his brand of comedy is actually refreshing for film. A lot of his techniques and what you see in Family Guy are here throughout the film. And I enjoyed Ted quite a bit, actually. I think Seth MacFarlane is quite funny as Ted. And one thing I want to add is that this kind of comedy could have been such a PG kind of comedy. And what I like is it takes this sort of Disney-esque premise and makes it sort of a raunchy film. Now, I do think it is kind of a one-note joke. Let's say the cute teddy bear say a bunch of ridiculous things and do absurd stuff. But for me, the film worked. It's stupid, but more often than not, I found myself laughing. I think Mark Wahlberg is terrific. I think that actor actually takes a lot of interesting chances. He is not the Daniel Day-Lewis of acting. I don't want to hear him recite Shakespeare or anything like that. But I think, considering his background, I think he's been a part of some great films like The Fighter of Three Kings, The Departed, Boogie Nights, so on and so forth. He's a huge player in Hollywood, and he's not going anywhere, and I think he takes some interesting chances. I think Mila Kunis is great, too. She's very sexy, very funny, and obviously MacFarlane respects her and likes her enough because she voices Meg on Family Guy, but he respects her enough to give her a character that isn't this one-dimensional, narrowed-down character who's always harping on John to get Ted out of the apartment. There's some nice pop culture references here and there, some absurd cameos. It moves along for the most part. I do think the third act of the film is not nearly as good as the rest of the film, and I think it could be 15 minutes shorter, to be quite honest. But overall, though, I enjoyed the film. It's not a great comedy, but I did find myself laughing at it, even though it's quite stupid. Also, any flick gets a pass by me when there's a psychedelic Flash Gordon sequence. If you really want to see a comedy in theaters, then by all means check it out. If not, you can probably wait for it on DVD. And that's it for the Movie Wine, and in the spirit of Family Guy or Seth MacFarlane, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty.
I see the sparkling little diamond on your hand.
We now return to Mark Wahlberg in Annoyed and Confused.
What? What's going on? I don't get it. Man, I gotta work out. What's going on here? Where am I? What the... Huh? What the hell's going on here? Huh? What?